The people here in Grand Rapids, they look out for you.
West Michigan's biggest city is known for helping the homeless, but it comes at a cost. New tonight, Stretched Thin, how revolving door rescues are straining the emergency services we all depend on and pay for.
Target 8 investigator Susan Samples hit the streets with the Grand Rapids Police and Fire Departments to get this story.
If all you do is pass through Hartside, you probably don't notice how much time EMS crews spend here, often on non-emergency calls. Now there's a new push to cut down on those, and Grand Rapids Police and Fire say it's critical to everyone's health that we find a way.
Oh, you gotta zip up your coat. Is it not working?
These are the interrogations Officer Jenny Rude conducts.
How are you doing for the winter? Do you need any hats or gloves? If you don't get any, let me know. I'll hook you up with some, okay?
She's awesome.
It was cold last night, wasn't it?
Yep, that's why she didn't melt the hot side.
Was it pretty busy down at Mal's last night?
She helped me a lot.
I find it very interesting. I feel that everyone has a backstory.
Rude tries to get to know the people those stories shape.
Are you feeling okay?
No.
No? So they're going to take you up to St. Mary's?
Yeah, I guess.
Especially those known as super users of emergency services, usually homeless, often in crisis.
I live down by the river.
Jump in my car. You can drive it.
I am homeless.
Back to this patient in a minute, but first, the backstory to this story. It started with a potential need for another one of these at the fire station that serves Hartside, an impoverished pocket dotted with new pricey condos. It stretches along Division from Fulton south to Wealthy.
Seconds count in this business.
Grand Rapids Fire Chief John Lehman recently warned the city if emergency medical calls don't ease up in Hartside, the firehouse that serves it will need another truck and $1 million or so to staff it.
We will have to spend more dollars one way or another.
A big reason the so-called super users, a small group, accounts for a big chunk of EMS calls at the LaGrave Fire Station, often for non-emergencies.
And it's not an uncommon thing for us to encounter these people multiple times in a day.
Last year, 15 super users were responsible for 305 EMS calls at a cost of $900 to $2,000 per call. And it's not always the patients themselves who call 911. Often, it's well-meaning passersby.
Based on the call, they know exactly who that is that they're responding to.
Grand Rapids police know too.
We are on our way to a medical emergency.
How sure are you that you know who the person is?
I know absolutely it's Jeff.
The 911 call came in as a man in a wheelchair, possibly having a heart attack on Pearl Street.
Hey, Jeffrey! I gotta only give you knuckles, big guy. Get it? Boom!
And I'm a panhandler. I'll ask you for 50 cents every time I see you.
Jeff's backstory is long, 66 mugshots long. This is 40-year-old Jeff. This is what 60 looks like after 2 decades ravaged by alcoholism and homelessness. In the last 5 years, Jeff's racked up 58 misdemeanors in Grand Rapids, the third most vagrancy cases in the city. Things like open intox, urinating in public, trespassing, pedestrian on freeway.
Grand Rapids is the best city in the United States. And they help out the homeless the most.
Critics wonder if Grand Rapids helps too much.
You would eat here, what, 8 times a day?
Do you plan to go to God's Kitchen this afternoon for lunch?
Officer Rude likes how much her city helps the homeless, and Chief Lehman says it's a clear reflection of Grand Rapids' compassion toward people often struggling with substance abuse and mental health issues. He doesn't blame anyone for the super user problem, but says we have to find a solution.
We're clogging the emergency rooms with people that don't need to be there.
It's a problem healthcare and social service providers have worked on for years, but now Grand Rapids Police and Fire are joining that collaboration, brainstorming ways to get even just a few super users off the street and out of the emergency system we all pay for and rely on.
This is a societal problem that needs to be dealt with. Does it stretch? Yeah, it stretches us beyond where we really should be.
Well, as soon as I saw this call come out, I thought, oh, that's gotta be Jeff.
Yep.
So here we are. I had to come check on you. And it looks like they have your wheelchair for you. That's going to go to the hospital with you, okay?
All right.
And,
I love you.
I love you too, Jeff.
We came across Jeff the next morning back out on the street. He seemed to be doing just fine, but that ambulance ride probably won't be his last one. In Hartside, I'm Target 8 investigator Susan Samples.